Today we will see what 10 commandments Allah Almighty gave to the children of Israel, what commandments did Israel receive, what Islamic commandments are there, and what commandments did Allah Almighty give them. Misconceptions about Sharia often stem from a lack of understanding of its principles and purposes. Sharia is not just about laws and regulations, but also about guiding Muslims towards a virtuous life. On the other hand, the Holy Bible is often seen as a book of stories and parables, but it also contains many teachings and principles that guide Christians in their daily lives. The commandments in Jewish tradition. First commandment, Exodus 20:2. I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Second commandment, Exodus 20:3-6. You shall have no other gods beside me. You shall not make for yourself any graven image, nor any manner of likeness, of anything that is heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. You shall not bow down to them, nor serve them, for I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation. Third commandment, Exodus 20:7. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that takes his name in vain. Fourth commandment, Exodus 20:8-11. Remember the Sabbath, to keep it holy. 6 days you shall labor, and do all your work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath unto the Lord your God. In it you shall not do any manner of work, you, nor your son, nor your daughter, nor your manservant, nor your maidservant, nor your cattle, nor your stranger that is within your gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested on the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day, and made it holy. Fifth commandment, Exodus 20:12. Honor your father and your mother, that your days may be long upon the land which the Lord God gives you. Sixth commandment, Exodus 20:13. You shall not murder. Seventh commandment, Exodus 20:13. You shall not commit adultery. Eighth commandment, Exodus 20:13. You shall not steal. Ninth commandment, Exodus 20:13. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. 10th commandment, Exodus 20:14. You shall not covet your neighbor's house, nor his wife, his manservant, his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is your neighbor's. On the third day of the third month after the ancient Israelites left Egypt, God descended in a cloud upon Mount Sinai in view of the entire nation. According to the account in chapter 19 of Exodus, God then began speaking to the people, delivering first the 10 commandments followed by a lengthy compendium of civil and religious laws. According to the Jewish understanding, this marked the beginning of God's giving of the Torah to the Jewish people. The revelation at Sinai is among the most significant events in the Jewish tradition, and, in fact, can be said to have been the start of Jewish, as opposed to Israelite or Hebrew, tradition. Most plainly, it was the moment when God's will, distilled through the Torah's myriad laws, was expressly communicated to human beings. For the ancient Israelites, Sinai was the moment when a people forged through the shared experience of Egyptian bondage became united by a common religion. Sinai also represents something remarkable not only in Jewish history, but in the entire history of religion, a deity entering a covenant with a group of human beings in which both parties are bound by mutual commitment. Non-Jewish ordering of the commandments. The above are the Jewish division of the 10 commandments. However, such writers as the ancient philosopher Philo, as well as the Jewish Publication Society's translation of the Bible, the Greek Church Fathers, and most Protestant churches except the Lutherans consider the first of the 10 commandments to be, I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. You shall have no other gods before me, verses 2 and 3. That is to say, God's very existence and God's relation to Israel in addition to the prohibition of worshipping other gods are seen as belonging together, while the prohibition of idolatry forms the second commandment. Yet another division is used in the Roman Catholic and Lutheran churches. This follows the written text of Torah scrolls and combines verses 2 through 6 into one commandment, that is, it includes the prohibitions of idolatry in the first commandment. And further, it divides the last phrase, verse 14 in Jewish, verse 17 in Christian versions, into two parts. Ninth commandment. You shall not covet your neighbor's house. 10th commandment. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife. The structure of the 10 commandments. A dual structure can be seen in the 10 commandments. Commandments 1 through 4 deal with human relationships to God. Commandments 6 through 10 deal with humanity's relation to humanity. The 5th commandment, that of honoring one's parents, forms a sort of bridge between the two. While the Bible itself provides no indication of how the words of the commandments were distributed on the actual stone tablets, it is generally assumed that they stood 5 on one tablet and 5 on the other. Some commentators Mechilta, Yitro 8 have seen a correlation between the 5 commandments opposite each other on each of the 2 tablets. So, for example, murder is an injury to God whose image man is, apostasy is equivalent to marital infidelity, stealing will lead to a false oath, the Sabbath violator attests falsely that God did not create the world in 6 days and rest on the 7th, and the person who covets his fellow person's wife will end by fathering a child who rejects his true parent and honors another. Read. Whatever happened to the 10 Commandments? Some commentators speculate that the commandments range in a descending order from divine matters to human matters, and within each group from higher to lower values. In this scenario, duties to God come first, the obligation to worship God alone precedes that of treating His name with reverence, and both precede the symbolic piety of Sabbath rest. Respect for parental authority naturally follows respect for God. The purely ethical commandments are arranged in a hierarchical form: life, the family, right of possession, reliability of public statements. The last commandment, the ban in desires arising from jealousy, deals with what is most ethically sensitive, and protects against the infringing of the other ethical commandments. The 10 Commandments in the Sharia, also known as the 10 Commandments in Islam, are not explicitly stated in the Quran. However, based on Quranic verses and hadiths, prophetic traditions, Islamic scholars have derived a similar set of commandments. Here are the 10 Commandments in Islam, along with their interpretations and comparisons with the Holy Bible. 1. Worship only Allah, Tawhid, Quran 22:26, 1739. Interpretation. Recognize Allah as the one and only God, and worship Him alone. 2. Be kind to parents, Quran 17:23-24, 31, 14-15. Interpretation. Show respect, kindness, and gratitude to your parents. 3. Do not kill, murder, Quran 17:33, 6, 151. Interpretation. Respect human life and avoid taking it unjustly. 4. Do not commit adultery, Quran 17:32, 24, 2-3. Interpretation. Maintain chastity and avoid extramarital relationships. 5. Do not steal, Quran 60, 12, 538. Interpretation. Respect others' property and avoid taking it unjustly. 6. Be truthful in testimony, Quran 16, 92, 25, 72. Interpretation. Speak the truth, even if it's against yourself, and maintain honesty. 7. Do not consume intoxicants, Quran 5, 90-91. Interpretation. Avoid consuming substances that alter your mind and behavior. 8. Keep promises and covenants, Quran 17:34, 16, 91-92. Interpretation. Fulfill your obligations and maintain your commitments. 9. Be just and fair, Quran 4, 135, 42, 15. Interpretation. Maintain justice and fairness in all your dealings. 10. Forgive others, Quran 42, 37, 24-22. Interpretation. Show mercy and forgiveness to those who wrong you. There are many common misconceptions about Sharia and the Holy Bible, which can lead to misunderstandings about their relationship. Some people think that Sharia is only about punishment, while others believe that the Holy Bible is only about love and compassion. These misconceptions can make it challenging to understand the connections between the two. Misconceptions about Sharia often stem from a lack of understanding of its principles and purposes. Sharia is not just about laws and regulations, but also about guiding Muslims towards a virtuous life. On the other hand, the Holy Bible is often seen as a book of stories and parables, but it also contains many teachings and principles that guide Christians in their daily lives. The media often portrays Sharia in a negative light, which can further reinforce these misconceptions. This can lead to a lack of understanding and empathy between Muslims and Christians, making it even more challenging to explore their connections. By looking beyond the misconceptions, we can start to see the commonalities between Sharia and the Holy Bible. Both Sharia and the Holy Bible have teachings on moral values such as justice, compassion, and honesty. They also have principles on how to live a virtuous life, such as being kind to others and seeking knowledge. These commonalities show that despite their differences, there are many areas where Sharia and the Holy Bible intersect. The moral teachings in Sharia and the Holy Bible are often similar, emphasizing the importance of treating others with respect and kindness. They also teach about the importance of self-reflection and personal growth, encouraging individuals to strive for excellence in their daily lives. These teachings demonstrate that both Sharia and the Holy Bible share a common goal of promoting the well-being of individuals and society. Historically, Sharia and the Holy Bible have had a significant impact on the development of laws and social norms in many societies. They have shaped the way people think about justice, morality, and community, and continue to influence these areas today. By understanding their historical contexts, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the connections between Sharia and the Holy Bible. One of the most significant insights is that both Sharia and the Holy Bible emphasize the importance of community and social responsibility. They teach that individuals have a duty to care for one another and to work towards the common good. This emphasis on community and social responsibility is a powerful connection between the two, and one that can help to build bridges between Muslims and Christians. The connection between Sharia and the Holy Bible is rooted in their shared values of compassion, justice, and mercy. These values are at the heart of both traditions, and they offer a powerful foundation for building greater understanding and respect between Muslims and Christians. By exploring these connections, we can work towards a more harmonious and inclusive community. In summary, our exploration of Sharia and the Holy Bible has revealed many interesting connections and similarities between the two. From their teachings on moral values to their emphasis on community and social responsibility, we can see that there is much that unites these two traditions. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments, and check out my other videos on religious comparisons to learn more about the fascinating connections between different faith traditions.